we are racing our Squib Legend again. All morning there's been no wind and we've been at home thinking, oh no, it's going to be cancelled. But it's filled into probably 5 knots, but we'll take that. We'll be happy with that. Currently we're just going upwind against the tide because it's the Sonata start. We want to keep out their way, and then once their honk goes we will whiz back, hopefully, and do our start sequence. I like the seat, I'm loving it.
So before we go racing, let me just show you how we launch. Because it's the end of the season and we're only doing a couple of races, it's just not cost effective to pay for a mooring, so we've been dry sailing Legend for the last couple of weeks. And to do that, we make use of this little crane. The idea is you park your Squib underneath it on its trailer, winch it up in the air, move your trailer out of the way, and then put the class's own 3-wheeler underneath it, which is built to go in and out of the river. And then there's a winch purpose built at the top of the slipway. You just lower it down into it. It's all pretty straightforward. It's a bit of hassle, and I'm not sure I'd want to be getting on and off this trolley too much in a strong breeze, but it's all pretty straightforward. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to today's race.
So we started, I think we won the start. We bore away on the line to get some speed, and then we headed up with 9 seconds to go and crossed the line perfectly. So that was good. Wind scone, I can't see without my proper glasses, that they're like level with us at the moment. We're going to aim to try and get out the tide because there's really not much wind. That's our plan, Batman.
Yeah, be there in a sec. Cheers, mate.
Oh my goodness, this is intense racing. Ah! They are right hot on our heels. There's the rest of the fleet there. Better drop this.
That terrible noise you can hear is hovercrafts coming down. I don't know how they get allowed to fly them in such a built up area with lots of people and boats. It's going to be a bit
Nothing like a nice
at each other while they're going past because we can't hear, even though we're only 2 feet apart. They get to wear ear defenders, the rest of us have to put up with it.
Right, we just got the depth thing down to 1.2. I don't actually know what we draw, but obviously 1.2, we still float. Woohoo! Sandy Cheeks is still getting us. Ah! What's everyone else doing?
It's a difficult beat.
It is. Yeah, some of these people are new to sailing, I think, and it isn't easy today. So, Sandy Cheeks were able to hold that long tack in more than we did just then. So we were out in the tide a wee bit longer, so they might be ahead of us. They look like they're coming out on a good lift as well. Oh, tide's getting there. You see how they get knocked. Do match racing in a squib. Woohoo! Who knew? We don't normally get to show you this part of the river. Look how pretty it is. I have no idea what it is. I think it's Napoleon. Oh, I should be checking the depth. 1.8 here. Not like I get distracted, is it? 1.7. It's very flat here, Ian. There's normally marsh, isn't there? Green grass, from memory. 1.7.
So it's a tricky beat this because it's light wind and it's against the tide, and there can be a real tendency to want to pinch. But and it's another problem with slow boats is you feel like because you're slow you have to kind of eke out every little bit of height you can, but if you don't get the keel to dig in, and it's not the world's best keel on the squib, it's kind of just a lump of steel, you go sideways, so you have to keep the boat speed up. So I suspect part of the reason us and Sandy Cheeks are getting away is I suspect the others are falling into the trap of pinching a bit too much against the tide. But the other thing is we've got our second best set of sails on today. These were made in, or measured in 2009, so they're only 12 years old.
Yeah.
And the jib's definitely better. The main,
it's worse.
yeah, I don't like it so much. The other thing, oh, should concentrate, I've got a lift here. The other thing, the old main had a sort of a waxy coating to it, which although it was a bit tired shape, I think it probably captured all the air, whereas this is a more modern sailcloth, and as I look up at it with the sun, it's covered in little holes, so I suspect half the wind is just going through them.
Oh god.
But
okay.
anyway, we're doing all right. The other thing that's important is, and it might be because we've got knackered old sails or because the rig's not set up properly, is it's really easy to hook the top batten and just hook the leech of the main and put a brake on the whole boat. Another problem I suspect others might be having. Anyway, it's going good.
Yeah. Go through the Wilsonian. Oh, looks like the squibs behind us are actually now getting muddled up with the wayfarers, which is just going to add to the confusion of the light winds. Sandy Cheeks getting.
Hannah and I have just been discussing how nice these boats are to sail, because from a sailing point of view the helm's beautifully balanced on this beat. Okay, it's a light wind and there's not a lot going on, but once the sails are trimmed you can just let go of the tiller, it sails itself. But equally, as Hannah was saying, you're close enough to the water to feel like you're in a dinghy, and to get that sense of, you know, spray or movement and stuff you get when you're close to water. But we've got seats and a backrest, and you know, it's all
I'm
very
not
comfortable and
crushed in a
civilised.
ball.
Yeah, really nice little boat.
Yeah.
And although we've managed to pull a gap on the fleet, Sandy Cheeks and us are having a cracking race.
Yep, definitely adrenaline. Ah!
Not sure I'd call it adrenaline.
I don't know.
Yeah, not sure it's adrenaline.
It's fun. I can't see them. There they are. It's better than standing at a hockey pitch, which is what I would be doing.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
Yeah. I reckon we could take Winnie out. We're not going to get around 29 without throwing another tack in. The wind has gone super light. Ridiculous.
Wanted to catch their jibe, but they jibed before we had a chance. There's the mark we've just been round.
You sure we're going to do 30A as well?
Yes.
I don't remember that bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have to do 30 actually. Is it? It's 30 out. We might not have had to do 30 after all, thinking about it. It might have been 29, 30A, 31.
I
Don't know. Turns out we don't know the course. But 30 and 29 aren't going to hurt us that much on the course if we do it. Sorry, 30 and 30A aren't going to hurt us that much. It's because we're going the right way. So we'll do them and see.
I'm sure there was only three boys, and Ian thinks there's 4. But we can't.
No, there was only 3 boys.
Yeah, well, we can't remember if it's 30 or 38.
Well, 31 and 29 were definitely in it. So it's now only, was it 30 or 38? So if we do them both, we can't go wrong.
But surely 38 is going to add to get to 31.
Yeah, a bit, but not much.
Oh, we're not leading by a lot. Can't we radio someone? Oh no. So we're trying different tactics this time. The wind has increased a wee bit, we feel. The tide has eased off a wee bit. There's only about half an hour of tide left. And we felt we were getting a really big wind shadow from Hoo Island just here. So we've stayed out more in the middle of the river in the hope that we get less tide because it's easing off and the wind is stronger. Sandy Cheeks has done the same. Who knows? It was quite hard to get around 29 last time. It took about, was it 4 tacks? I don't know. It wasn't overly pleasant anyway. So we're heading up for it now.
Is up the line over? Up the line is balance.
For a beautiful sunny day to go for a sail,
Did you say you're finishing?
you can't hear yourself think with the radio going all the time because no one quite knows what they're doing with the courses because it's such a fluky day, and the hovercrafts.
Oh, okay, don't worry about the dragons at 30, they'll finish themselves. You can keep an eye on them, but you don't need to write anything down. I think we'll just let the others just go to completion. I assume the wind's holding up there.
So I'm going to sum up the racing.
Yes, it's been very enjoyable, very intensive racing again. We are actually having to try very hard.
Yeah, we did 2 laps. The wind's filled in a bit. It's, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 knots perhaps in the peaks. We're going with the tide now, so it doesn't feel like we've got much at all. But we're coming back to the club now with the dragons.
Just going past Daffy.
There's all the dragons.
They're going to blanket us in a minute.
That one over there is Sandy Cheeks. So we've got away from them really, but it's been a good race.
Oh, I really enjoyed being able to go out on a light wind day. She's performed well. It's been good. I love her.
There's the finish line. That's us.
Woo!
And that's it. Turned out to be a really good day on the water, especially considering there really was no wind just 30 minutes before the start. So anyway, if you've got a squib or fancy even getting a squib, it's a really friendly fleet at Medway Yacht Club. I don't think any of us here have aspirations of becoming national champion, but if you just want to enjoy your sailing in a fun, family-friendly manner, then it's a good place to be.